Hey everybody, hope you guys are doing well. Just me today. Krista is running around getting some last minute things done before baby's here. So today is the 21st, so we have 3 days until our due date. We just had an appointment today and everything looks good. So we're just excited about baby, meeting him in the next week or two. So that's really cool. And then the parents are coming in tomorrow from both sides of our family, so we'll have some family here. Hopefully grandmas get to meet the baby on their week stay and didn't come and miss that, but we'll see. Excited to just share with you guys a little bit about what's been going on the last month in October with the ministry, where we're trying to be good about sending out about a month at a time. Sometimes it'll be a little bit more, a little bit less, but trying to keep you guys updated as prayer partners. To the best of our ability, looking forward, what we're hoping God might do, and also just praise partners, celebrating with us what God has been doing. So, over the last month, it feels like some of the pioneering work of the first 2 months of the semester start to take hold a little bit. You start to see who's actually going to stick around, who's interested in discipleship, who's interested in following Jesus, and some who don't. So that makes not December. I keep trying to say December. October. That makes October kind of a hard month for our core team members. Those are the 16 people that moved here with us. Just because you might have poured into someone for a month, 2 months, really hoping that person would be interested in following Jesus, be interested in discipleship, and they're not a lot of times. And that's just kind of a numbers game. That's just, we try to discern, hey, where's the Holy Spirit working? Does it seem like this person's interested? We don't try to delay getting to the gospel or letting someone know, hey, we moved here to plant a church. We are looking to disciple people because that's what the Great Commission says to do. And so, yeah, there's definitely been people who we were excited about, hopeful about, who just say, man, I like the worship at another church better. That's what we've heard from a couple people we were hoping would be interested in discipleship, learning what it looks like to submit to the Lordship of Jesus in every area of our life, and then teach others to do that also. But that didn't happen with those individuals, or other people just saying, no, maybe later in my life I'll be interested, but right now I kind of just want to do the college thing. And so that's been a couple hard moments that definitely I think our team can use prayer for, especially those people who, most of our team, this is a really exciting thing, most of our team are discipling at least one person. So we probably have between 15 and 20 new people that we met here in Fort Collins in discipleship relationships, identifiable, two-way. They would say, oh yeah, Zane's leading me. Oh yeah, Victoria's leading me. Identifiable discipleship relationships. And then there's probably 50 other people who we're pursuing, hoping to be able to disciple them. And so that's really exciting that most of our core team are discipling people. There are a few who don't have anybody they're discipling right now, and they're fairly discouraged about that, just the people they hoped would be in and then aren't. So you guys can definitely pray for particularly the people who had people they were sharing the gospel with and hoping would say yes to discipleship and then said, no, I'm good. And so I think that can be a hard thing, especially 2 months, 2.5 months, 3 months into the school year. So pray for those people. Other exciting things is some of those people who we are discipling also are ready and desire to step into church ownership. That's what we call our church membership within Resonate. And so we had 5 new people that we met here in Fort Collins we just brought into church ownership. And I think 4 of those 5 needed to be baptized as well, had not been baptized as believers since they started following Jesus, since they were born again. And that's a precursor for us to come into church membership, church ownership. And so we got to baptize our first 4 students, which was just such a great Sunday. In our backyard, we did not account for daylight savings. That was the Sunday of daylight savings, so it got dark on us way quicker, but it was just cool. My neighbors are like sitting over the fence, smoking cigarettes, watching us baptize people. Just listening to me preach about just what we believe baptism is. And so that's just an interesting situation. But it was cool to have that service and to get to see just the joy of those 4 students, to see the people that came and watched and heard their testimonies. They all shared their testimonies with us. And then to get to baptize them. Just such an encouraging moment for us. as a church, a reminder of why we're here, why we're doing this. We're looking forward to the spring. I think we'll probably baptize 4 or 5 or 6 more people, and have more come into church ownership with us. So that was probably the highlight of October for us. We have a team, a couple people right now you can be praying for. I mean, like right now they're in London. We're planting in a church in London next year. And so we sent 2 people from our site to go to London with a team this break to be trying to meet some people, figure out where people could start living when they move there, all those sort of things. Just a lot of groundwork for that team that's going to move overseas next year, go to the University of Reading, just outside of London proper. And so please be praying for, specifically that's Amanda and Tim. Those are the 2 staff members here with me. So that's something. We're bringing on a new staff member, so that's a praise. It's really exciting for us to have somebody who desires to leverage their life in a unique way for reaching college students and seeing the kingdom come to Colorado State University. So just hired a new staff member. She'll be starting in January. Very excited about that. She's graduating, just finishing her bachelor's right now in her student teaching. So that's another exciting thing that's happening here. You guys can praise God with us for a new staff member. And maybe I'll just share this story because this was particularly exciting. And just a reminder about why we do what we do. There's a guy, a student named Cole. Cole's a freshman, and came to Village, and so Village, our midweek gathering, get together where we hang out. It's 1 week it's on campus in a dorm, 1 week it's at our house. And Cole, just that week we were trying to remember what our discussion topic was that week. I think it was about the future. What are you hoping for out of your life in 10 years? And he just kept saying, I'm just going to chase the money. I'm just going to chase the money. I'm going to chase the money. Which was sad, him and a friend he had brought. Just because everyone watching this, myself, you guys, we all know money does not satisfy. It just does not satisfy. But it's a delusion. Thinks it's going to. And so in October, we always throw a Halloween party. Now, a Halloween party is always a unique event because it's not a good place to make new friends, get new contacts, get new people's numbers, because truthfully, most of the people there are inebriated, like they're drinking. And so we throw a party most Halloweens where we try to just provide a space where college students are going to be out. They're going to be partying on Halloween weekend is what they call it, that Halloween weekend. And they're going to be partying, they're going to be drinking. And so we try to provide a space that is safe. There is no alcohol allowed at the house. So I sit there for 4 hours, 5 hours, and I'm telling every student, hey, you can't have alcohol here, can't have alcohol here. They go outside, they drink it, in the street or whatever, and they come in and we have video games and dancing and food. And so we end up giving a bunch of people rides homes and back to the dorm. And so I just try to provide a space where, like, hey, if they're going to be out, hopefully we know here no one's, there's not drug use happening in here, and no one's being preyed on or things like that. But anyway, this freshman Cole, he shows up, and he's ironically dressed as a breathalyzer. That's his costume. And and he sees my roommate, Sam. Some of you guys know Sam. And he's definitely drunk. And he said, but Sam invites him to service the next morning. And we see quite a few students that we met during Week of Welcome, and we've invited to discipleship, we've invited to Village, we've invited to read the Bible, we've invited to church, and they say no. And so it's always interesting seeing the freshmen you've hung out with a bunch of times, and then they're like, oh, you're here? And I'm like, actually, yeah, we're putting on this party. And they're like, oh, shoot, because they have alcohol with them, and then you tell them, hey, you can't have that here, and also you're underage, and so it's illegal, and that's why you can't have it in here. And so anyway, Cole comes to service the next day. I'm preaching out of Acts, just on talking about the church age, talking about leveraging your life towards something more, that we were left a mission by Christ, and that's to go and make disciples, baptize them, teach them to obey all that he's commanded. He's coming back, and just talking to our church about leveraging your life for so much more than the job you've been thinking about, or the house, or the cars, or the money, whatever else. And so after that service, Cole texted Sam and said, I'm ready to start. I'm trying to remember how he worded it. I think he said, I'm ready to take my relationship with the Lord seriously. I think he grew up with a Christian or religious background. I'm not 100% sure, but Sam is now starting to pour into Cole. And so we're praying for just transformation in Cole's life. And it's a small story, but it's a reminder about why we do what we do, why we show up in broken places and we try to reach freshmen at their lowest, be uncompromising in our witness and our character, not putting ourselves in places that compromise that by any means. But just to say, man, we get around drunk college students, frankly, and we have moments where I think the gospel gets to break through. And so we're just excited about that in Cole's life. Please pray for Cole and that relationship specifically. So those are some of the things that were exciting and just joyful in October. A couple prayer requests that I would ask you guys to think about is one, financial support. It's always an ongoing thing with raising money for a living, raising financial partnership, just because people are pretty much constantly, some people are coming on your team, some people are leaving your team. So it's kind of this constant ebb and flow of going up, going down, and whatnot. So just having some people leave the team over this last season, and we haven't put a lot of focus on it since we've been busy with the school year. So please pray for that, that we would find some new partners, especially probably here in Colorado locally. I think that'd be a big prayer request, find some local partners as well. Another prayer request would be for our team, just our core team. There's some people, I think, who are feeling discouragement, who are feeling not even discouragement, but maybe more like fatigue. And it doesn't seem to be necessarily the busyness or something along those lines, but it's almost more of like a spiritual fatigue. And so just praying that, we would abide in the Lord, that He would be our rest, that He would fill us up. And I think that's the battle we're trying to figure out and trying to work through right now. So please be praying for that for the team. And then lastly, probably prayers for the baby, just healthy delivery, prayers for mom, probably particularly we're praying, Krista doesn't have seizures during pregnancy. She wants to do a natural birth, so you'd be praying for just that whole situation and that the baby comes soon and everything goes well. So love you guys. I appreciate you. I know you guys are on our team and you're out there and you're praying for us and you're partnering with us, and you guys are having impact at Colorado State University, and I'm thankful for you guys. So you guys have a great Thanksgiving. We'll see some of you guys soon. We'll talk to you soon. We'll send out more updates. Bye.